beer. Maybe grab my water. Good.
Welcome back. I feel like when I comment, hi everybody, on the YouTubes, I should do it like Dr. Nick. Hi everybody! It's time for Jolt!
Well, then why don't you? You should do that all the time.
Yeah, just do the whole show in Dr. Nick's voice. Hi everybody!
You see, the problem here is you are not eating enough.
You're not watching enough Jolt! Watch more Jolt!
You see, the problem here is you're not watching enough Jolt or Gaming Mike. The solution is to put Gaming Mike and Jolt right into your eyeball. And in your brain. Plug your computer into your brain, and then that will solve everything.
That's where technology's headed. It's scary.
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
Got those meta glasses. Oof.
Just gotta make sure the Jolt robot is working, and then we're good to go.
Work, Jolt robot. I did see that Nowhere Man said,
Oh, you know what? It's because I don't even know what the commands are. Oh, because there are no commands on that robot. It's working.
hooray!
Everything is fine.
Fine.
The whole point of a robot is it doesn't need commands. It's just,
You can ask it nicely. You have to be nice to the robots, otherwise we're gonna get that. What's that Netflix show, Black Mirror? That one where the AI and the robots came alive.
who cares about being nice to the robots? They're gonna enslave us anyways.
Well, I want them to give me a good job.
They're not going to give us any special treatment. They're going to enslave us all. So fuck the robots.
Dang it! Ah.
Fuck the robots.
All right.
I'll kick them over every time I see them.
We're going. We're ready. You ready?
Yes, ready.
Hey! Welcome everybody, Gaming Mike here. We're back with another episode of Jolt, the entertainment and video game and movie and TV news podcast on YouTube that you're watching now. Thanks. Hi, Actor Matt. Hi, AC Gamer. How's it going, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
How'd you like that intro?
That was smooth.
I've been rehearsing
Smooth
it
as
for
thick.
2 weeks.
I can tell. We've been gone for a little while, so it's okay.
Yes, welcome
It's
back.
been, we took like a big holiday break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
holiday break for feasting and whatnot.
Ah, boy, did I
I'm
ever.
still processing all the food. Gosh dang, so much food.
Yeah, I stuffed myself appropriately, as we're supposed to do.
Yeah, because you're giving thanks to the turkey.
That's right. We had some good videos floating out there from the last show, though. All those you can see just there on the screen, and we got a big show today coming up. Talking about Google selling Chrome, talking about Hitman breaking up with Conor McGregor because he's a scumbag, talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero having tournaments, even though it probably shouldn't, and NZXT PC rentals being a scam. Big video out on that, plus some video game milestones, some trailers. We got some tabletop news about Elon Musk wanting to buy Hasbro, Matt. I hope you brushed up on that, but I'll tell you all about it if you haven't.
I browsed over it. I don't think he's for real, but you know,
yeah, hopefully not.
yeah.
But we'll get into that too. We got a Mighty Mouse movie announcement. We got some movie reviews to talk about. A few of us have been to the theater since the last show, so we'll tell you what we've seen.
Oh.
We got a new music video out starring Ralph Macchio. We'd love to tell you about that. And we got TV news. Millhouse is retiring. We got reviews for stuff. We got some series trailers. And we've got, of course, Skeleton Crew episodes 1 and 2, the big premiere from last night, to talk about all here today on Jolt. It's the big one. AC's feeling it. How you guys feeling about Skeleton Crew? You liking it so far? First impressions?
It was so adorable. I mean, we'll
Really
wait
cute.
for the end, like when we get to it at that point at the end. But
Talk about it.
yeah, to go into detail, but it was
Cool.
just adorable.
I have
we
thoughts and
enjoyed it.
feelings. I have thoughts and feelings, but I think we're on the same radio wave, Matt.
Yeah, because you and I, we're usually simpatico when it comes to Star Wars. So, you know, let's really dive into it later. That's the meat of the episode. This episode.
Yeah, we'll be
Sure.
chewing it up.
But Mike, take it away with the news.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's our lead anchor, Mike?
Oh, you know what? First off, we should start off with some celebrity RIPs for November. November's over. It's early December now, but we did have 3 in November, 3 big ones, 3 that we've heard of. Starting with the voice of the AOL You've Got Mail.
Yeah, that was interesting to
Aging us.
Yeah.
aging
the
us.
You've
And it's
Got Mail
like,
guy.
oh, you don't even realize. Oh yeah, that guy, that was a voice actor. He did that voice.
Elwood Edwards was the name. I'm not going to play the goodbye sound effect like every other show that talked about it last month did. Every single person I heard talk about it on a show played the goodbye. Goodbye. They played that as his and his final sign off was goodbye. You get it? He was saying goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
We just
But,
we did the homage. It was like a 21 gun salute. We just said goodbye like him to him. It was
That's right.
Goodbye. Yeah.
That's right.
We
But
got it.
you guys remember like the first time like you heard like the "You've Got Mail"?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I remember the first time, but I remember hearing it all the time. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
It was
Or-
definitely a constant in my life for
Or
the entire
using
late
yeah,
90s,
just,
the whole
like,
late
using
90s.
AOL,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was sort of like the kind of like the de facto like UX for using the internet at the time,
Yeah. My grandma
And,
still
like-
uses her AOL account address.
1995.
Wow, she does.
Totally.
Oh, I love Greg.
Yeah. True story. So, there's a celebrity. Also, Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, past famous, very famous producer, musician, all that. He was he was all over the music industry. He was all over the music industry. Worked with tons of people you've heard of. He was definitely a guy you've heard his music and the music he was involved
Here's
with.
the thing: if you like Michael Jackson music,
Yeah.
Quincy Jones was like the mastermind behind it all.
Yeah.
That's
Big
how
on the
like,
Thriller album too, right? Am I right about that? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't want to speak out of
Yeah,
turn.
I think he was.
yeah. I mean, he was like the mastermind, the musician. He even did like movie scores. He did.
From Ray Charles to Frank Sinatra to Michael Jackson. Boom. So,
He was like
Yeah.
he was the man.
yeah,
Who did great
major,
music.
major name in music for many years. Huge influence on the industry.
And also like not one to like put himself on the forefront.
Yeah, I think most people only know Quincy Jones if they're like big into music and they deep dive. Like the guy wanted to stay pretty in the shadows, right?
He gets
Pretty
mentioned
much.
though. He's been mentioned for. I mean, in the last couple decades, I feel like his name was really on a lot of people's lips when they would talk about music things.
Oh yeah,
Of
the
course, like, when you
Grammys.
talk about music, but he put himself behind Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, like huge names.
Boss.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
it's that's kind of like what his character was. He just wanted to be behind the scenes,
yep.
make stars. He was a star maker.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And no controversies with him. Not that we know of. Hopefully
Not
none
that I
come
can
up.
think of.
Yeah,
Also, his
hopefully
daughter
none come
Rashida
up.
Jones is great in like Parks and Rec and
Oh, of
The
course.
Office.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Many,
He
many
was,
other things, but those come to mind right now.
Oh yeah, he was a wholesome guy. You know, he was.
Wasn't she in? No, she wasn't a Saturday Night Live. Was she Rashida Jones?
I don't think so. I think she's
Yeah.
hosted, maybe.
But she's been in a bunch of like comedy shows, and she, like I think that's her. She's like a comedian.
Yeah. So, Quincy Jones, November 3rd, he passed pancreatic cancer. It was sad to see him
Poor
go.
guy. Yeah.
Sad to see him go. And then our 3rd of November,
This one's
Tony
hit me
Todd.
hard. Oh
Tony
man.
Todd. Oh, yeah, very sad. The Candyman, of a handful of characters on Star Trek.
Oh,
a couple
dude,
of Klingons and some other aliens, and I think
Yeah.
a human one time.
So, I've been playing. You know this, Mike, but I've been playing Star Trek Online again because of our conversation on our last show. And you know me, I'm that nerd. I watch Star Trek while I play Star Trek.
Sure.
So I've.
What series are you in right now?
I'm in Deep Space Nine because it's my favorite.
All right.
So I'm watching Deep Space Nine, and I watched the Traveler. Was it the Traveler? That's the name of the episode, right? Where Tony Todd plays Jake Sisko.
Ooh, yeah. I don't remember the name of the episode specifically, but let's say
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So I watched that one, and then it just plays on in the background while I sleep because I need sound when I sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up today to the Tony Todd episode where he's drunk all the time with Worf, and Worf's got to basically kill him to send him. Yeah, and there was like tears both times. I was like, oh, Tony Todd.
Yeah.
He was Candyman. He was in the original Final Destination. Or no, I'm sorry. He was in Final Destination 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Well,
It doesn't say here, but yeah, he was in that franchise. Also Platoon.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll pull another one on you that all three of us know about. Spider-Man 2,
Oh.
PlayStation.
That's right. He played the
He's
voice of Venom.
huh?
He is Venom.
He's
Tony Todd is Venom.
He's in either another game or movie that's coming out. I posted a trailer. Now I don't remember what it was for, but he's in something that's coming out soon. We'll get to it in the upcoming. I wish I could remember right now what it was. I'm sorry.
My dad does this thing all the time. Excuse me. Where he'll just like, I just had to clear my throat and didn't want to do it with the mic on. He does this thing where he's like, oh, that guy's a living legend. That guy's a living legend. That guy's a living legend. And it annoyed me all the time. But I think Tony Todd was a legend in Hollywood. Whether you, at least B movies and stuff like that, I think he was a legend. And I'll miss hearing his voice in video games, movies, all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah.
his death did hit me hard.
Yeah, it's
it's
sad to
pretty
see him
sad,
go.
man.
He was a powerful presence on screen, and his voice, man. Even the voice
Yeah.
acting that he did. Woof.
We lost some
Sheesh.
great voice actors this year. Him, James Earl Jones, like, ugh,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Oh.
But that is your celebrity RIPs for November. That we the big ones we heard about anyway.
Yeah.
I posted there in the Discord too. Yeah, I just wanted to cover that, and then we can get to the Jolt news. General
Gone for
news.
Gone for not forgotten. That's what
Yes.
I was trying to say.
Oh yes, yes. Gone but not forgotten. Absolutely. Absolutely.
On to Google. What is
Google.
Google doing?
Well, you see, the government back in August said, Google, got to shut it down. Oh, hey, PC Gamer. They got to sell Chrome. They're banned from re-entering the browser market for 5 years as recommended by the U.S. Department of Justice. This is all unfolding. Let me get some of these quotes I had just to remind myself of the story. The proposal calls for Google to be prohibited from acquiring any interest in search rivals, potential entrants, and rival search or search ads related AI products, and it must let go of any it already holds in its clutch. This is a result of a major ruling back in August that found that Google had acted illegally to maintain its monopoly over online search and the advertising markets closely intertwined therein. So the government is trying to bust up the Google monopoly on search and browsers and all the ways that they make their browser the recommended default to everybody, everywhere, on everything, including Android devices. They're trying to bust up the monopoly. Remains to be seen how much of this gets carried out.
I like that.
And
I think that's great.
A lot like back in the turn of the century, turn of the millennium, Microsoft was also facing similar monopoly consequences, but there was a settlement in that case. They settled on that one.
Yeah, they got away with that.
For like a couple billion, right?
Some unreasonably unfathomable amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you guys some inside baseball about, my, profession and work. Google is bullshit.
In what way?
Yeah.
It cannibalizes itself with like the ad part of it, but also like the search engine part of it. This needs to happen. This is a long time coming,
Yeah. It's going to be a big change for a lot of the way the internet works, basically. Google's such a huge footprint.
Right. What are we going to do now? Go back to Ask Jeeves?
Well, I think it... I think like for like the the average person, there's not going to be a whole lot of change. You're not going to notice much. It just means like Google needs to get its money elsewhere. So
yeah. Well, and with I'm curious to see what happens in the browser market specifically with Chrome not being able to force itself so much on being the default by default on so many devices. I'm curious to see if something else finally rises up as a more preferred browser after all that.
Well, yeah, it's crazy because both Apple uses like the default is Google. For I'm an Android guy, and obviously the default is Google. I don't. Yeah. It's funny to like think that like, oh, I'm just gonna not use Google and like use Bing. I don't know how that would work.
That's another thing about these recommendations. They're recommending that they additionally must halt all anti-competitive payments to distributors, including Apple, that are made to ensure Google is the default search engine. So stuff like that, those kinds of deals in these documents are recommended to be taken away from Google. So if they enforce that and it goes through, that would eliminate that kind of
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm pleased with punished.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've got no deep allegiance to Google, but it is my default by default on pretty much everything I use. I mean, I'm rocking Google everywhere, but just because it's there, like they made it the easiest choice, basically.
Because of everything that they've been doing, which is why this whole thing's happening.
Yeah.
Because, monopolies are supposed to be illegal in the United States.
Yep.
So that's why this is happening. But, again, we saw the same thing with Microsoft. They'll probably have to pay a couple $1 trillion or $1 billion or whatever, how much ever Google's worth, they'll get a fraction of that taken away.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back to doing it all over again.
Cost of doing business.
Yeah, we'll see how everything shakes out. But I'm just happy that just like Google just does not have a monopoly over basically the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I do want Google Fiber because my internet is trash here.
Oh God.
Not that fiber.
Hey, I got Google Fiber. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm jealous.
Well, there you go. That's it.
Anyways,
That's what's
monopoly over internet. By the way, they own my internet.
Yeah. So glad they're going down. They own my internet. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out, for sure. All right, shall we move into some gaming news, gents? Oh, good.
Oh, I would love to.
Our live stream finally posted in the Discord. The bot is slow today. That's okay. Gaming news. Let me scroll up to the top. We got the Conor McGregor and Hitman breakup. They're breaking up.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were together.
In? Oh my gosh. Sign in as Jolt. Hold on. Let me see if I can sign in without typing anything on screen. Great. Now I close this and go back to it. Twitter, man. This used to be such a great website. It used to be so good. The Hitman account tweeted this, though, officially. In light of the recent court ruling regarding Conor McGregor, IO Interactive has made the decision to cease its collaboration with the athlete, effective immediately. We take this matter very seriously and cannot ignore its implications. Consequently, we will be removing all content featuring Mr. McGregor from our storefronts starting today. This was back on November 25th. They're breaking up with him. He's out.
Okay, so because this has become gaming news, I knew nothing about what happened with Conor McGregor. Why is he a douchebag?
Well, he's been convicted in court. Let me get the recap here so I don't misspeak. He lost his civil rape case in High Court of Dublin, where a woman was awarded $248,000, nearly $260,000 in damages after accusing him of sexual assault.
And
he is, yeah.
I don't get what's. I don't get what is with these celebrities that, you know, they get a little money and they think they can. They just.
I think maybe living a life, making your living in violence maybe tends to bleed over into your personal life just a little bit. Right. You're not really on top of that stuff. You know, the strong body, strong mind kind of thing. If you let it slip, the violence, doing it all day for a job, I think it can affect the brain.
Yeah,
I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know.
You're constantly in that alpha mode, like,
ready to punch things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with IO Games, like the Hitman developers, because Conor McGregor has been a problem for years, and yet they're still doing like a little DLC thingy with him.
Was it legally problematic before and ruled in court before, though? I think that might be the deciding line.
I've heard about Conor McGregor like getting arrested for getting in fights on the street and stuff like that, but you know, that was just me. When I heard about that, I was like, well, he's an MMA fighter hopped up on testosterone and probably some steroids, so he probably beat the crap out of someone.
He was also a boxer. He's just like, it's. You guys knew that this guy was problematic, and yet you decided to do like a whole DLC thing around him.
Well, he was also a top star athlete who was getting movie deals and stuff. He was a hot item. He was in that Roadhouse remake last summer.
But only until he was convicted, you decide.
Before that, he was just a star athlete fighter. Then once you're convicted, it's different. That's the line. When it becomes a legally settled matter, that's the line a lot of companies take to disassociate themselves with the celebrity spokesperson, because it looks bad for the company.
Right. And
before that happened, it didn't look bad for the company
before,
because
he was always problematic, and he was always accused of doing this bullshit, and now he's a convicted rapist.
Yeah. Thank you, Toker. Toker talked about exactly what I was thinking. The Conor punched an old man.
Even like get in bed with this guy? Why?
The star athlete part.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me.
The star athlete part. It makes perfect sense. They do it. Franchises team up with athletes all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. And
that's why.
Sure, but like not
sure.
Why him? Why him?
Did he have previous allegations before this case?
Yes.
Oh, what kinds of, I didn't hear about it.
Do you remember?
God, I don't want to be a fucking lawyer to like pull up all the shit, but I just know that he has had bullshit called on him before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And he's just an asshole. He's just an asshole. He's just like a not likable guy. So I don't know why they want to do that.
Well, they broke up with him.
Yeah, they don't anymore.
After he got convicted. After he got convicted.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes
that's a pretty reasonable line for that kind of thing.
Sometimes you stay in a bad relationship.
Yeah. If it definitely happened and a court proved it, then okay, we're not going to work with you. Before that, I don't know. I don't know what the previous allegations were, so I don't want to speak to why they didn't before. But apparently, this was their line for IO Interactive, which at least they have one. I don't know. I'm not here to defend them.
Yes, it's good that at least they have a line. All right. What was the other one? You had another one.
Totally. We had a few. We got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. They have a tournament. Boy. The makers of this game have said it's not really an esports game. It's not balanced. It's not made for that kind of thing, but they're still putting on tournaments for it. And the tournaments are going awkwardly. This last tournament that happened, the two champions spent 10 minutes or more just flying away from each other, because if you play certain android characters, they have unlimited ki energy and they can keep flying and flying and flying and dodging it, and it's like an auto fly where you dodge any attacks as it's happening. So whatever happens, you just keep flying away. They did this for like 10 minutes. There's clips in this article, and we got links in the Discord for the clips. It's pretty ridiculous. But this is how, and then one of the final contenders, the one that won, tweeted afterwards, "I was able to win by flying away for 10 minutes," talking about how ridiculous it was. So kind of a mess, kind of a
Well, I mean, in the show, really, when it was Gohan and Hercule in the tournament, who do you think was going to win? The Saiyan, the half Saiyan boy, or the human dude that thought he was like super tough? It was always going to be the Saiyan. That's what it sounds like to me, is like they said they're not balancing anything out, but they're holding a tournament anyway. I'm sorry, if I wanted to see that, I'll just go back and watch Dragon Ball Z.
So I had the original Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi on like GameCube.
Yeah.
And it was sort of a game where it wasn't like a real serious fighting game, because eventually when you unlock all the characters, like you get like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Hercule.
Yeah.
And it's not really like a serious fighting game. It's more like a game of just like, you're just like playing with your action figures almost. Just like, oh yeah, I want Vegeta over here. I want Piccolo. Piccolo versus Vegeta. It's going to be so great.
I think that was the most apt description I've ever heard of a Dragon Ball game in a long time.
Yeah, and it's like,
just like you're playing with your action figures as a kid, because you know who you want to win. Even when they had Xenoverse, that game was like you just beefed yourself up. Everybody played a Saiyan. Or Frieza race.
Yeah, and they do like ridiculous stuff in this game. It's just like, oh, Nappa's a Saiyan. What if Nappa turned Super Saiyan? Yeah. Whoa! And then Super Saiyan Nappa versus Trunks. That'll be awesome.
And then they fly, and then they fly, and then they
fly. And then okay, that was fun. I'm done.
Yeah.
Arr, I got you. Arr.
Yeah. So as far as like balancing the game itself, I mean, I don't know. What do you expect? It's Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, right.
And they shouldn't expect it, and they probably shouldn't be doing tournaments of this game to begin with. Or they should make rules against just flying away for 10 minutes. They tried to shut it down. They tried to tell the competitors they have to play for real. And they're like, we are playing for real. This is part of the game. That's part of the big argument is this valid for winning a tournament because it's not specifically disallowed by the rules? Or is it just playing poorly and playing out of the spirit of the tournament and ruining the whole thing? Are they good players or are they cheesing? That's a lot of the debate around this issue, which I feel like it can be both. I feel like it can be both, honestly.
Around here.
Yeah. I think it's a bit of both. which it just seems like it was a poorly created game. And I hate to say that because I mean
I disagree. I think it was. I think it.
Tournament play.
I think it was created very nice. In fact, I kind of want to get it just so I can like just play with the different characters and do all that stuff.
Well, sure.
I'm not going to do any competitive play, obviously, but
yeah, created poorly for tournament play. I agree. Created poorly for that, but I mean, I like a Dragon Ball game where I can be Goku and do the super blasts and all that stuff. It's great.
Well, sure, but didn't we talk about this exact same game a couple weeks ago about its playership being down like 90%? Yeah, it's.
Because it's not fun to play competitively like that, I would wager, is a lot of the reason. People got into it for the fighting game, right? Because it's the continuation of the Budokai series, the Tenkaichi.
Yeah, an actual game that's like competitive, that's good, then yeah, you want that to be, you want more playership. This game, I think, you can just play on your own.
Or with friends who just want to play with their action figures. If you and your friends want to play Dragon Ball, it sounds like it's a great time.
Precisely.
That's what we did with Xenoverse, too.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Young, welcome to it. Thanks for joining us. Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Talking Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Still haven't played it, so of course this is all just from the sidelines.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're Monday morning quarterback.
But also, based on some comments we had on the previous discussions of it, people are saying, it's not really... They're agreeing with this whole thought of it's not made for this kind of competitive tournament play. And the makers have said that, and people ought to listen to that and take it to heart because it really isn't. So
Sparking Zero does,
don't go into
by
it for
the way. Sparking Zero does sound, by the way, like a game that will eventually be on PS Plus.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure it will be. Probably before too long. Probably first half of 25, you think?
I hope so.
Unless they shut it down in 2 months. That's also a thing these days that we have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shutting the game down at its infancy.
Yeah. The player count. Well, that's what happened to Concord, right?
Hey, welcome over to the YouTube, Toker.
Oh, man, Concord. That's a whole nother thing we got to talk about, huh?
Well, we did a couple weeks ago, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh, we talked about... yeah, we did. We have, but... That's...
is there new developments?
Well, no, I just have conjuncture with the whole, the animated series coming out.
Oh, yeah.
David.
It's supposed to be... actually, yeah, let's talk about that in TV Talk, because I've heard about that, too. It's supposed to be like maybe a continuation of the storyline that's not even happening now. Yeah. We'll see if we can pull up an article on that. But let's go a little more gaming news. We got this NZXT article, story. Well, big story from Gamers Nexus. Put out this big video. We're not going to play the video here, but it is linked in the Discord. Where'd the article go?
Was that from Richard, or was that from...
Yeah, Richard Huntington posted this for us.
I don't know anything about this. Tell me about it.
Oh, here we go. I didn't know why that didn't load. Gamers Nexus is claiming that NZXT's Flex Plan PC rental program is a scam. Put out a video detailing all the ways they're like changing prices and changing parts when they say that you are going to... first of all, they're offering PCs for rental. You pay them a monthly fee to have a PC, but it's their PC. It's like Rent-A-Center does with couches and TVs. It's like furniture.
Do you eventually get to own it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the terms on that, actually. But this video dives deep into the ways they're swapping parts at the last minute on people. People are ordering certain PCs and getting them with different parts, different processors, lower grade stuff than they paid for, and just running this whole entire scam on them. Pretty big deep dive on the video. I didn't get to watch the entire thing today. Richard just shared it today, but it's a lot of bait and switch tactics. Prices and specs constantly changing. Oh, okay. Here's details on the program. Sorry. It allows customers to rent pre-built gaming PCs starting at $59 a month, with not including any of the peripherals. And then this video is showing that NZXT is changing the specs and prices of PC models day to day in some instances, offering PCs with very different setups under similar model names depending on whether you're looking to buy or rent, and then changing prices and obscuring value of listed discounts. shifting the packages around. So just being generally
That's-
shady about their
Yeah,
offerings.
and
So-
yeah,
So are they like? So it seems like they're preying on people who like want to be streamers. Who
Yeah,
want to
and
be, like,
people that didn't grow up in our era where we built our own computer.
I see.
Like,
Yeah, because I was looking at that, it's just like, wow, that's
it's that picture is pack and play. Like, all you have to do is go out and get all the stuff you need and put it together, but they pre-build it for you. Like, yeah, that's a beautiful setup.
and it's just like people who are just like, yeah, I want to be a streamer. I'll do. I just need a big PC. I just need like the best PC so I can play all these games. And boy,
but it doesn't come with
here
the Stream
comes
Deck.
this
It
man
doesn't
who says
come...
like, oh yeah, I can get you a PC for.
Well, and for people that are like can't quite afford a new PC but maybe need a computer, they still got their peripherals. They just need a box, something that runs. It's that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because also like
it's
even if you're
renting
playing
furniture
like
for PCs.
because even if you're playing a console game, yeah, you need a PC.
Yeah.
Stream it.
I was thinking about the new streamer, like Andreas was saying, AC was saying, where you just have a box and then you've got to get your own peripherals. Like, that seems, plus you're paying, was it a weekly fee, a daily fee? What was the fee on there? Monthly fee.
Yeah.
So you're paying monthly to get this box that, you don't have a keyboard, you don't have a monitor, you don't have a webcam, you don't have a microphone. Like, I've just recently gotten a new webcam and a new headset so that we can do the show. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
And then you're paying a monthly fee. Like, this is not... It does seem like a scam. And I think that the new streamers, the people just getting into it, and I didn't even mention a Stream Deck, which you need to stream. The newer people that want to stream on PC, that's what they're preying on. Because I don't think that... I mean, I'm doing fine with my paperweight laptop until I can get it. So,
I mean, I
don't think that...
the thing is like that's exactly who they're preying on, is just like people.
Yeah, the new kids.
They watch streamers and they're just like, hey, I want to be a streamer too. I can do this.
Yeah.
I love video games. I could do this, but they don't know where to start. And so they get like sucked into like these little scams.
Yeah.
Which is awful. Yeah, it's
predatory.
Awful.
Don't rent your equipment.
Hey, here's everything
much
you
all the
need
time.
to be a streamer. We got, I'll set you up, boy. We got the computer. We got.
Tell you what. For the high school kids that want to do this, like rent from this place, don't do that. Just go to the AV. Any kid in the AV club, if they can help you build a computer, and I guarantee you they'll help you do it a whole lot cheaper than whatever this is charging you every month. That's how I learned how to build PCs. Because I was in the AV club and I had some of the other guys show me how to do it.
Hey man, just learn to do everything yourself, because that's what comes out more, genuine.
And you love the thing a whole lot more.
Of course.
Yeah. You love the thing a whole lot more when you build it yourself. So, yeah, this just seems like a scam. Thank you, Richard, for posting that. So,
Mike Young says, some people just dream of playing games at max FPS like the big boys.
Yeah.
He also says, it's amazing how many think all they have to do is play a game, live stream, and people will watch. Mike Young, that's how I did it. That's how I did it.
Well, I'm still... Okay, I know that you would watch us, any of the three of us, because you do watch us when we've streamed. But it's rough to get other people. I only got you to watch me.
For sure.
Yeah, I only got you to watch me through Mike. and a lot of the people that watch me stream, I got through you and streaming through you. I'm just riding your coattails, man.
And just another thing about this, NZXT did put out this official picture of a statement on Instagram where you've heard your concerns, we're aware of the claims, rest assured we're committed to addressing this thoroughly, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your patience. Pretty standard boilerplate corporate response to this kind of thing, but they have addressed the fact that this video is out there. This guy's got their attention, at least, with his video. So we'll see what they do in regards to this program and how they run it.
Maybe they might fix it. And Mike, yes, it is all about the community that you build. And we've built a great one here. Jolt and the Get Nip gang. And
that's right. Shout out Get Nip gang.
Yep. Yeah. I don't have much more to say about that. I hate it. It's a scam.
That's all I had to say about that.
Yeah.
One more in the games news from Richard Huntington also. Somebody after 14 years has found a way to, they say beaten here, but really they deadlocked this this impossible mission from Starcraft II after 14 years. Using this, what I love, it's called the Arcane toilet strategy. It's a strategy of getting your units into a place on the map where the enemy can't hit them. So this final mission is supposed to be like you're guaranteed to die. So the big deal is that this guy found a way to do it where he never dies. So he sort of beat the mission.
Oh.
Because the enemy can't finally finish him off.
Okay, I think
14 years later.
Gotcha.
I know the mission.
Oh, you do?
But, well, I cheat. So I use cheat codes in God mode. So you can...
Do you know the Arcane toilet strategy?
No. But it's pretty much the same thing. You just cheat.
I know all about this game.
Yeah.
I know all about the toilet.
Yeah.
Just a fun story, though. Somebody did beat a 14-year challenge, sort of, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah, Mike Young, don't ever play real people. Man, I like real-time strategy games, but I'm not good at them.
That's a young man's game. That's a young man's game. I played a lot of Starcraft and Warcraft when I was, in middle school.
Yeah.
Up until high school. And then playing it until it became Dota, and then Dota was the new thing, and then Dota became League, and then after League it became all the other bullshit, and man, I can't do it no more. It's so, and I skipped entirely over StarCraft 2 because man, it was just like it's hard. Like these little bastards, they're way better at this than me.
And that's pretty much what Mike Young just said. And I like to... He also commented that the last guy he played was watching him and insulting him on his slow play. I love base building, and I love these games, and so I wish they would just be like, put out a Jurassic Park evolution simulator, like for StarCraft. I would play that game. A Jurassic Park evolution StarCraft game. I would play it, and I would build up all the bases, and I would have so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should do that. Maybe you should make that game.
I should just go work for Blizzard. Make the big bucks.
Perhaps. The Wandering Pilot, welcome to it over on Twitch. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Mike Young chatting along. Thanks to welcome any new viewers that we've got out watching there, whether you're watching on Gaming Mike's channel or on the Jolt channel. You can find us on YouTube or Twitch at Jolt News, both channels. Feel free to watch there vertically. We're streaming horizontally to Gaming Mike's channel. Thanks for joining in the chat. We're talking game news. That brings us nicely into probably some video game milestones, I reckon. That was a bit of a milestone. We also had news from our hometown heroes. No Man's Sky, Hello Games. Finally, after all this time. Look at this. It's beautiful. Very positive. Recent reviews and all reviews. That means they're over 80% very positive. Oh, we lost AC Gamer 1 second. I want to hear what he has to say about this. AUC, hello. We're back.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Over 80% very positive on Steam. So, congratulations, No Man's Sky.
Am I here?
Because that was a long time coming. A long time coming.
Okay, good. Oh, yes. Absolutely. This is the freaking game that I think is responsible for Jolt. What did you say?
Roundabout. It's responsible for me starting a YouTube channel, which, is where the Jolt is.
I think of a lot of us got our start because I remember in the early No Man's Sky, was it the three of us that were streaming, all three of us at different angles of No Man's Sky, which was really cool. And then we got some of the viewers that are here now, like
that's how
Mike
the gang formed and got its name was No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So it's great to see. It's just lovely to see. Very positive.
Just wander around these dang ass barren planets, just like shooting shit and just like talking to each other, just like, hey, what's up, man?
The game's come a hell of a long way too. Holy cow!
And I haven't played it in years, but I do miss like just jumping on our chat and be like, hey, can somebody come over here and help me? I'm getting attacked by the robots. And then you guys would come over and help me. It's kind of like a game that we've been playing recently. But we'll get to that later.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. Light No Fire, the first game you're looking forward to in years, Mike Young? Yeah, Light No Fire should be good. I'm curious to see what they do with that.
Yeah,
and if they tie it into No Man's Sky in any way.
I'm wondering how that is going to play out. We'll see.
Okay, so I'm the idiot in the group, as we all know.
You haven't heard about Come On Baby Light My Fire? You haven't heard about
Yeah, I know about the Doors. I've listened to the Doors.
Light No Fire is Hello Games' game that they're working on. It's an RPG style, but it looks like they've taken the No Man's Sky engine and then created a planet for a game to be on and put more into the game than like more of an open world RPG game than No Man's Sky is, where it's like No Man's Sky is a big survival game, open universe survival game.
It looks like in No Man's Sky, like all the planets, they're like kind of like procedurally generated whenever you land on the planet or whatever.
Yeah.
This new game is supposed to be just like one big planet.
Yeah. Mike Young says the size of Earth. Yo.
Yeah, like an actual planet that everybody is on, and that you, I guess, just build, make a fort or whatever. So we'll see.
Yeah, it should be real interesting.
It looks exciting. I like it, and it's kind of more of a, I guess, like medieval type of aesthetic instead of No Man's Sky is like sci-fi. This one is like a medieval type of thing. It looks like.
Okay.
I'm just looking for a release date. It looks like nothing official so far. There was one that said September of this year, but that's passed.
Yeah, they haven't said nothing.
No official release date. That's too bad.
When it's coming out. I'm guessing, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. It'll come out the next generation.
The next what?
The next generation of the console.
Oh, you think like PS6 and
that's too far
Xbox,
away. I don't
whatever,
like that.
and...
It's too far.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't like your guess.
Hey,
that's my guess.
He was right about Grand Theft Auto, because I do remember a Jolt of the three of us where he did say that we weren't going to see another Grand Theft Auto until the next generation, and here we are.
Yeah, but that was a lot closer to the end of a generation of consoles. We just barely got the PS5 Pro. We're not even probably halfway through this generation, are we? It's gonna be another 6, 7, 8, 9 years before we see the PS6.
Oh man, I don't know. I think everything's going VR. I think the next iteration of
Not
any
everything.
console is going to be.
We'll see.
You don't think so?
No, VR is a different. You count the VR goggles as a different console. It's on the second generation now. PSVR 2.
Here's the thing.
PSVR 2.
Here's the thing. I think both Sony and Microsoft are scrambling to be like, oh shit, we need the next new thing because Nintendo is about to do Switch 2.
Oh yeah,
it's happening. It's happening. Nintendo is making some big moves, baby. Nintendo is gonna unleash something cool, something new.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's their entry into this generation, right? That's not the next gen of console. That's just Nintendo getting into this generation.
But
I agree with that.
That still makes them nervous because they feel like they have to do something else. Because the PS5 Pro is a load of garbage.
You can buy a disc drive separately.
It's a little turd. It's barely more powerful than the PS5 already is. It's no good. And so, like, they're thinking, like, okay, so we got to. They should have done the PS5 Pro like a little bit earlier, like maybe a couple of years earlier. But
I think so.
Mike Young, not gaming Mike Young. They have a handheld. It connects directly to your PS5, and you play off of Wi-Fi. As long as your PS5 is on, you can play it handheld. Any game that you own and is downloaded. It's called the PlayStation Portal, and I asked for it for Christmas, so hopefully.
Those are out already, right? The portals?
Yeah, the portals are out already.
So here's the thing.
Hey, Nimrod! Welcome, Nimrod.
Nimrod, hey.
So here's my prediction, my conjecture. I think PlayStation, Sony is going to release sort of like a Steam Deck type of PS5, where it's not a portal, but it's like an actual like PS5 in your hands.
Think so? That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because they are chasing Nintendo on that shit. They're like, oh, what if like we just had like the power of like a PS5 just like in your hand? You don't have to stream it. It could be wherever you are. I think that's the next move.
I think that, and when I worked for a large video game company, when people were talking about like graphics and pixelation and everything like that, they wanted the crisp, clear stuff. You sacrifice, and I know technology is moving and it's building and building and building, and we've got the OLED switch and stuff like that. So we're getting there, but I don't know if handhelds can give us the same beauty as, say, Forbidden West did on your screen.
It doesn't matter because the thing with the Steam Deck is just like, yes, because the power of like, you know, the fidelity of your graphics are right there, but also dock it, and it's on your big screen.
Okay. I thought you said docking, and I was like,
docking. Yeah,
Richard Dawkins. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh yeah, you can just dock it up. Just dock it up, bro.
Yeah, just like dock it like you can with a Steam Deck, and then it's on your big TV. Yeah. And then also just like when you're done on your TV, just like, oh yeah, your wife wants to watch, the bitches of Salt Lake City or whatever. Take it on your, handheld.
Are you talking about the Real Housewives?
Yeah, you know what he meant.
That's something I thought we would ever talk about on Jolt. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Hey, if you watch it, we should talk about it.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, somebody watch it and we'll talk about it.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was trying to out you as somebody who watches that show.
The wife, she saw it on TikTok. She showed a brief moment of interest, which, as every married man knows, might mean I have to watch it. But thank God she was like, no, I don't want to watch that. And I was just like, thank you. Thank you so much. Because I don't want to watch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's like the real...
Oh, we're losing Matt.
Oh, no.
Matt, you're getting choppy.
Hulu it up.
You hear that?
Nimrod says a lot of people use the Stream Deck and a dock on their PC. Yeah, that would work. That would work too. See, yeah, you can just dock up the mobiles. Oh, also, LifeWire has an estimate on their release time for PS6. LifeWire thinks it'll be either 26, 27, or 28. Just in time for holiday shopping on one of those years. So that's kind of a wide range estimate. Oh, Matt, you're back. Sort of lagged out there for a minute. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I heard you the entire time. I didn't know I was gone for so long.
Good.
Let me step out for a minute, and I will check my internet connections.
Okay.
Can we take a quick siesta?
Oh, I don't know if that's in order. I just need to check my internet connection. So, we don't want to leave Mike on his own while he's live.
Sheesh. No, yeah, do what you need to do. We can keep rolling with we're in the video game milestones section.
All right.
To talk about in there.
I'll mute myself and go see if I can figure out what the internet problem is on my end.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
Okay. Bye. That'll be RB. Anyway, video game milestones. Marvel Rivals we talked about a little bit. That's coming soon, but it is gone gold, which means it's certified for console release. It's ready.
I am excited. I want to check it out. I want to play it.
Yeah, this is the Marvel game that is like Overwatch, but with Marvel characters. It's coming December 6th, so that's this week actually. That's in 3 days.
I've watched a few streams of like people playing the betas, and it looks kind of fun. It looks fun, like old Overwatch was. Yeah. You know, so I will definitely play it. Once it gets like absurdly toxic, like Overwatch did, then I will stop playing it.
When the inevitable happens.
Yeah, but yeah, it has like lots of cool characters that I want to play, check out. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Good. It's ready for consoles. It's ready for release. So that's coming this week. Let's hope it's not too buggy, shall we? Let's see. I saw this picture. It's just a really quick meme, no big deal. But it was just a look at the since the Game Awards are coming up this week as well on the 12th. This is just a look at the Game of the Year nominations Sony has had for the last 10 years. It's a pretty sweet list. Bloodborne, Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man, Death Stranding, Tsushima, Last of Us, Ratchet & Clank, Horizon, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon both times, God of War both times, and Spider-Man both times, and then Astrobot this year. Astrobot with all the nominations.
I think it's pretty much like, as far as like Game of the Year awards, it's, you know, it's either Sony or Nintendo. Like they've got a lock down. Huh? It's sorry, Microsoft. You.
I think. Well, let's see. So the Indiana Jones game won't be up for nomination till next year, right? Because
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
It wasn't in time for this year, I think, because it's not even out yet, and they've already nominated. Good. So that makes sense. But I think that might be a strong contender. There, we got a trailer that we can check out. It's looking really good. It's looking really good.
But yeah, it's Sony just like puts out the big bangers, and I think that's the reason, man, that I'm Sony pilled.
Is that blue pilled in Gamerland? So Sony's blue, right? And Xbox would be green pilled.
I guess so. I mean, I'm looking at all these games on this list. I'm just like, I played all of these, and they're all great games. Holy moly!
I never did play Ratchet and Clank, but I've played or Astrobot, but I played the rest. Yeah, I played the rest.
I have not played Astrobot yet, but I
I watched Death Stranding. I didn't play Death Stranding.
I played Death Stranding. I played Ghost of Tsushima. I played Bloodborne. Gosh, great games. Just like the cream of the crop. I'm telling you. And that's
Toker's also Sony pilled. He's with us.
Cream of the crop. It's these guys. It's Sony versus Nintendo as far as like who makes the best games.
Yeah,
I think
top tier. But again, well, because Microsoft has Bethesda now, and that Indiana Jones game is looking strong. So I don't know. Maybe Microsoft plus Bethesda could shake that up a little bit starting next year. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, I admit that trailer, it looked pretty grand.
And plus, the Bethesda acquisition is it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I think that's going to impact things more and more over the next 10 years like, on the gaming front.
As far as like Bethesda's like achievements as far as like gaming, I'm not going to like, say that was Microsoft's doing.
Yeah.
Bethesda's.
Yeah. But it becomes their doing if they buy the company, right? I mean, going forward, not.
Yeah. Like if they make a great game with like if Microsoft like juices up Bethesda to make really great games, then yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Gotcha.
We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. And then speaking of being Sony pilled, it is the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation being released. Sony's put out a nice update to the PlayStation where they changed the menus. The startup screen is the classic PlayStation 1 startup screen, which is a really nice touch.
So much nostalgia.
It's been really fun turning on the PlayStation the last week or so.
I've like turned on like all of them just like to check them out.
Yeah.
But I settled on like the PS1 because man, that was my childhood.
Yeah. Well, there is just some nice updates out for the PlayStation, plus their 30th anniversary of the PlayStation being out. So happy 30th anniversary, PlayStation. You multi-generational sons of bees. You did it. You set out to compete with Nintendo, and look at you now.
Yep.
With a 6th generation console almost out, like just right around the corner practically.
They were originally like a partner of Nintendo, but then Nintendo kicked them to the curb.
Yeah, on the Super
Nintendo,
like, right?
Okay, well, F you, Nintendo, we're going to do our own thing.
Yeah. And they did. And it's been going really great. Like we just talked about all those nominations they've had. It's been going real well for them. So congrats, PlayStation.
While we're on the subject, have you fellas switched your home screen to the 30th anniversary celebration? And if so, which generation?
I didn't bother doing that actually. I've just been enjoying the startup screen and sound.
Well, no, I've done all of them.
Oh, nice.
Like
just
I've been
switching every day.
Them. And then I settle on PS1 because that's my childhood. That's where it all started.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't get into the PlayStation until the 2. No, and I didn't have one until the end of the 3. I didn't get a PS3 until the 4s were almost out.
It's even funny.
That's when I got Sony pilled.
It's even funny.
Oh yeah.
It changes like the UX of your whole like PS5, and even like changing it to like PS4. Like oh man, that was just like a few years ago.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Like it has like the blue like cross thing. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny how quickly it becomes nostalgic.
I was about to say, like, Mike, that's not true. You had a PS3, but that was my PS3, and we were roommates, and we had it in the living room. So,
yeah. See, I played a lot of PlayStation of other people's for a while there. I like through the 2 and the 3. I was playing other people's, but I didn't have my own. I didn't have my own console again until the 3, I think. After the N64, I had a big gap in console gaming from the N64 to the PS3. Okay, big gap.
Hey, that's not bad. You had roommates who had other things. We also had a roommate that had the GameCube.
I had a roommate that had Xbox. That's how I played Morrowind on my roommate's Xbox the whole game.
Ooh,
and only when he wasn't home. Like he was okay with me going in his room and playing it, but I only played it when he wasn't around, so he wasn't sitting there watching me play, like watching over my shoulder.
Yeah.
You know? We lost AC.
Yeah.
I assume he'll be back
Oh,
momentarily.
No. Okay.
Connection issues. Is the streams looking okay? Mike Young said he lost chat for a minute there a minute ago. But is the streams looking okay? Sounding okay? Let me know in the chat, please. All of y'all watching. And thanks for watching. Those of you that have joined us, it's Jolt. We're on Gaming Mike's channel. We're on the Jolt channel. We're everywhere.
Right.
There's AC. He's back. Hey, AC.
Welcome back. Yeah, I just, earlier in the episode I said that I wanted Google Fiber, and I figured
Yeah.
that's the reason why. But Nimrod says everything's thumbs high, so
Excellent.
we're looking good.
I think
Are you saying
we
like
should...
Google heard you and they punished you?
Yeah,
You
I
what?
don't know. Yeah, my internet started punishing me because I said I wanted Google Fiber. Yeah.
Let's see. We've got trailers posted here. There's some new trailers for the week, but I think we won't dive into those now just to keep things rolling along. Maybe move into movie news, but we do have this one, Path of Exile 2, coming out December 6th. New trailer from that. Thanks, Nimrod, for posting that. We've got the official launch trailer of the Indiana Jones game that's in there that is looking really good.
Yeah, it looked gorgeous.
So check that out. Plus a couple of PlayStation. There's 9 Souls we talked about last week. It's out on consoles now, PlayStation. And then there's Darkness Roller Coaster, a VR roller coaster game that's looking pretty intense too.
I need to check out for 1 second. So
Roger that. Roger that.
Roger Dodger. Yeah.
Which brings us... Oh, to tabletop. Elon.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, man. How do you feel about this?
Okay, well, I think... Elon Musk has a really stupid sense of humor.
I thought you were going to say face. Continue.
Well, that too. And accent. I don't think... All right, I hate Teslas. So, he's the guy that made them. But anyway, I'll put my personal biases away because we're a news channel.
This is the news.
Yeah, this is the news. I think from the context that you sent me that stuff, I think this is just him joking. I would hate for anybody to... I hated it when Mattel bought Wizards of the Coast and they messed with it and they made it bad. I love my D&D. I just don't want to see anybody mess with it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stop trying to make money off of it. Just make D&D better. If you come up with new classes, races, stuff like that, put out a new book. That's great. Just leave it alone. So I'm hoping it's a joke. I'm hoping he's not going to do anything. And you
want the rundown? Maybe we should give the rundown on what the whole situation is. So there was this tweet by this account, Grums, D&D creators, Gygax, and others erased and slandered at the same time. There's a fuss about the new Player's Handbook and Dungeons Mastered Guide being too woke, basically.
Wait.
They're complaining
I just got back. What's going on?
Elon Musk? We're talking about Elon Musk threatening to buy Hasbro.
What?
So, this
Hasbro,
tweet,
not Mattel.
The new Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide. This guy tweets that it's erasing and slandering Gary Gygax and some of the problematic language and mentalities of yesteryear that when D&D was created that they didn't include in the new Player's Handbook to not offend anybody, which reasonable corporations do these days to not affect their profits.
Gotcha. I understand. D&D is too woke, right?
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Oh my God, I want to punch that man in the fucking face.
Okay.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. All right. This is exactly what I just said, is that D&D is the Dungeon Master's brainchild. Like the dungeon master comes up with whatever you're going to do in the campaign, right? So if you want to make it woke, make it woke. If you don't want to make it woke, don't make it woke. All right? Just it's D&D. It's up to the dungeon master's discretion.
Sure. Yeah.
And so
do you feel like D&D itself as a thing becomes woke if the player's handbook omits offensive language and tries not to offend people? I don't.
No, because here's the thing is that I think any professional document could try to omit offensive language.
What's that word you used? Professional? Interesting. Oh.
Yeah.
Like in business? Like when you're trying to make money in a business?
Right.
Interesting theory.
Here's the thing.
And I think that goes both ways. I think that, like, you don't want to overindulge in the, like, because we do have free speech. So you don't want to there's got to be a balance. We got to figure out a balance.
Here's the thing. It's like, fine. If you want to have like your perfect, like non-woke, like I can say whatever I want. I can use all the slurs I want. I can, demean anybody that I want to. Fine, you can do that because that's D&D. You can create your own fucking world.
Right. And that's the thing. Is like, so, okay, I'll use an example in D&D from a group that has been deemed as woke. Now, I don't know. I don't even know what that word means anymore. So Critical Role, they did in their second campaign, one of the races was called the Kreen, and a racial slur for them was the Cricks. And they used it. They used because they wore like cricket looking armor, and the cricket looking armor made a cricket sound, so they were called the Cricks. And it's a made up world. It's a made up world. So when buyers of these basic books want to throw a fit about the books not having what was the quote? I'm sorry.
Which quote?
Hurtful. The quote that the guy got in trouble for.
Oh,
the
it was
hurtful
basically
language
about not offending people in the player's
Yeah, not
handbook.
offending people. Well, it's a rule book. It's a guide.
Yeah.
You make up the world. So if you want to be or have your group be a bunch of racists and racial slurs and stuff like that, that's fine. But the book is just the book. It's just a book that teaches you the rules and the races.
And yeah, you're exactly right, because you can create your own reality with the rules that have been set forth by Mr. Gygax. But
right.
Only if you have your own imagination, though. If you're just been told to be offended by wokeness, you probably can't do that. You're probably not going to be able to do that.
And maybe it says
or in the opposite. The opposite is
and
if
maybe
you're...
it says something about you and your beliefs that this huge franchise that has guided your life or whatever, that you spend your spare time on. The dude says he wrote the book and it says hey, maybe this is these people's, we shouldn't be, it's really tough to see people shit on I don't know, wokeness or
well,
it's seeing people be accepted, see people be not discriminated against, be accepted. I think that's the point of D&D.
Usually you see people who play D&D together have the same values all around. That's how you get a good D&D group. Is they have the same values all around. The player's handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, all of that stuff is just a guidepost for your imagination. And I think that's what everybody needs to take out of this. Maybe that was Elon's joke, but he just has no sense of humor, so he didn't know how to say that right. Instead, he was like, well, I'll just buy it out. Calm down, dude.
Well, but so his whole thing was that too many game studios are owned by massive corporations, says the guy who bought Twitter. So he wants his company, his massive corporation, to start an AI game studio to make games great again.
Who's trying to send rockets into space and owns all of the electric cars.
The guy who says monopolies are bad is
creating a monopoly. Yeah.
One of the biggest monopolies.
Big corporations are ruining games. Let mine do it. Let mine do it. But anyway, so the one of the guys behind the player's handbook that was written that Elon's so upset about did a Facebook post basically saying, I don't listen to trolls because their opinions don't matter. And that's what prompted Elon to tweet about, how much to buy Hasbro? So that's his joke. That's his joke. How much to buy Hasbro? Because the guy said he doesn't care about troll opinions. And King Troll was like, well, I take offense to that. I will buy your company, sir. And I'll ruin it just like I ruined Twitter.
His sense of humor is in his bank account. I'm not an Elon Musk fan.
He's a twerp. He's a twerp with too much money and time on his hands.
Right, and he just his political views and everything else bounces around.
That's the thing. That's how you know that Elon Musk is a twerp, because he has too much time, too much money, and he owns all these companies, and the companies, like, they're actually getting shit done. He doesn't do shit. He doesn't do anything.
He just invests in things and puts his face on things.
He's freaking...
Mike, what was that? That was that quote from George Carlin that Elon Musk has attached himself to, that we were going to go to Mars. And George Carlin was like, oh, yeah, we're going to go to Mars.
I don't remember right now.
With the fake dog poop, or the fake vomit, fake dog poop, something like that.
I'll have to find it and post it in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll find it and post it in the Discord.
I just watched like the clip of George Carlin just going like, Americans are fucking dumb. All they do, here's the thing that they only know to do. They eat and they shop.
Yeah.
Still true today. True today.
And I think I would very much like Elon Musk to, and I would love Hasbro to stay out of D&D. I would love all big corporations to stay out of D&D and do what Gary Gygax intended, which was to give people an outlet for their imagination. You know how many actors play D&D so that their improv skills will be greater? You know how many athletes and D&D is a great game that, up until recently was just for nerds. And I love that everybody's getting to love D&D now. I just don't want anybody to shit on it. To quote AC there, just don't mess with my game. Just let it be for the DM's discretion.
Here's the beautiful thing, Matt. Here's the beautiful thing about D&D. Just need a D20. That's all you need.
Well, I mean, to do damage, you need some other dice, but...
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Thank you for shitting on my point, but I'm
sorry. I'm the D&D nerd of the group, but yes.
For role-playing...
We've played...
For, like, any kind of role-playing, you just need a D20 to be like, I'm going to do this action, and you roll the D20.
and that's beautiful.
Yeah. I just ran a Thanksgiving D&D campaign
How'd
for
it
my
go?
family. They won because I let them win.
Ah, you're a good dungeon master.
I try. I don't want them to lose. I feel bad when I kill them all.
Oh no.
All right, enough about Elon Musk and
Yeah, I'm
D&D.
tired of looking at his stupid face.
I could do a whole episode of D&D.
We will when he buys it. We'll talk all about it when he buys it up.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Oh boy, movies. Hey, here I come to save
Yeah,
the day.
let's talk about movies. We got
Let's
some
talk
movie
about
reviews.
movies.
Yeah.
Look at this, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
You know
movie
Ryan Reynolds.
reviews.
You've heard of this? You've heard of this guy? You've heard of Ryan Reynolds?
No. What's he been in?
Well, he was in this
Pull
movie
up his
called Free
IMDb.
Guy. Maybe you might have heard of Deadpool. You might have heard of. He was in The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
Drawing a blank.
Anyway, they're doing a Mighty Mouse movie with the guy that Ryan Reynolds' production company, Maximum Effort, is going to be making a Mighty Mouse movie, and the guy that wrote Free Guy is writing the Mighty Mouse movie. Tap to write it. These three characters right here on screen. Beautiful, wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Mighty Mouse,
yeah.
Famous old cartoon take on Superman, kind of a riff on Superman from back in the day. These guys are going to bring it to the big screen. Mighty Mouse animated feature film. Great. Wonderful. Isn't that exciting?
Yes. Did you ever watch Mighty Mouse?
Hell yeah. I watched the reruns. Maybe Nick at Night or Nickelodeon. When were they showing that? Was it a Nickelodeon thing? I used to see reruns of it on some channel.
Yeah.
I
loved
never
Mighty
seen Mighty Mouse. I have no idea what the hell this is.
He
are
was just
younger
like a
than
little
us.
Superman, but he was a mouse.
Yeah.
A mouse.
Sure. Okay.
He's been around since 1942. He's a pint-sized superhero making his debut in a short film entitled The Mouse of Tomorrow. He went on to star in dozens of other shorts over the ensuing decades, as well as a Saturday morning cartoon, which was responsible for Mighty Mouse theme, Here I Come to Save the Day, an earworm of an opener, if ever there was one. You know, here I come to save the day. You've heard
this. Wait.
Andy Kaufman on that Saturday Night Live? Mighty Mouse.
Wait, so he's just Superman, but he's a mouse.
Yeah, it was a Superman mouse.
Oh,
but
Mike
was
Young
this like a
Mighty
popular
Mouse.
cartoon? I don't remember this
From
at
1942
all.
through dozens of over the ensuing decades. Yeah, it was very popular.
Oh
that whole
man,
list I just read.
Okay. Sure.
We might be old, Mike.
You've heard the phrase "Here I come to save the day," right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
and in that voice too that Mike did, the "Here I come to save the day." That was Mighty Mouse.
I'm sorry.
Nimrod has no idea either. I guess it didn't make it down under.
Yeah.
But apparently it meant a lot to Ryan Reynolds because he's doing it.
A very fun cartoon. I'm curious to see what they do with it. It should be a nice, snarky, cartoony something.
So is it going to be animated or is it going to be a live action Mighty Mouse?
Should be animated.
That'll be cute.
As far as this
Did
said,
you guys
I'm pretty
see
sure.
If?
I have not watched that yet.
about-
Was it good?
Oh, If was so adorable.
I
Like
have not.
Ryan Reynolds as his most adorable. Such a good movie.
Wow.
He's an adorable man.
We took the family. Yeah.
Look
Well,
at
yeah.
that. He's an adorable man.
We took the family to see it. I highly recommend if you like The Office, if you like Ryan Reynolds. If is a wonderful movie.
It was written and directed by Krasinski, right? Jim from The Office.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Such a good movie.
I missed it in theaters. I need to catch that on the streaming.
Yeah, a beautiful movie.
Mikey started it but dozed off. Well,
watch
that.
it again, Mikey.
Finish
It's
that.
adorable.
Y'all want to talk about Gladiator?
Yeah, you want to give us your Gladiator review?
Yeah, let's do our Gladiator reviews. I want you to go first. Yep.
Who wants to start? How was it? What did you think?
Oh, it's AC all day. Go ahead.
Okay, so Gaming Mike, you haven't seen it, right?
I have not seen it, but don't worry about spoilers.
Okay. Well, it's funny because like the trailers pretty much gave it away that this is about Lucius, the little boy from Gladiator 1.
Okay.
he ran away. His mother sent him away because he knew that he would be like embroiled in like all these crazy politics of the Roman Empire and whatnot. He wanted to protect him. So he ran away and he went to like this foreign land, but eventually the Roman Empire caught up to him. And he's a grown ass man. He's a grown ass man. And he has a wife. He has a hot wife. His hot
she
wife.
was pretty hot. Yeah, she was pretty hot.
Oh boy.
He's got a hot wife, and she's also a warrior because, like, you know, she's sword fighting and she's shooting bows and arrows. But she gets knocked off.
Uh-oh.
She gets an arrow. She gets an arrow
Sounds
to the
familiar, right?
Gets an arrow to the chest. Boom. And he's just like, that will not stand. I'm going to get revenge on the fucking Romans. And that's pretty much how the movie starts.
Okay.
And, well, let's see. Pedro Pascal, he's like the general of the Roman Empire. He's like the big bad boss man. Yeah. And he's the one who did the war on whatever country. That's the thing. It's like I can't remember what country they were in.
In the original, Mike. Yeah, in the original.
And anyways, so he vows revenge on Pedro Pascal because he's like the general.
Yeah.
And
okay.
So he gets captured and turned into a slave. Because that's what Romans do. Is just like if you're, captured, you're gonna be a slave, motherfucker. And so he gets sold because that's what they do. Where they sell slaves, and they sold him to like this dude. They'd sell him to Denzel Washington.
Oh, no.
Denzel Washington is just like, hey man, you're a good warrior. You should be a gladiator for me. And he does just that. He becomes like the best gladiator.
The best around?
Oh, one of the best.
The best around.
Hell yeah. And then, anyways, it becomes a point. You kind of see that Denzel is trying to work his way up to the top because Denzel, he's a sly dog. He's got that smoothness. He's got the power. He's got the gladiators to do that shit. And right now, the Roman Empire is not doing so great. They got these two like inbred twins running everything.
Oh no!
They're a couple losers.
Huh?
They're like I don't know. They're just.
Well, the younger brother has syphilis.
Yes, I mean, well, you look at them and they're just like, oh man, these guys should not be in charge.
Oh boy.
So, anyways, Denzel is looking at that. He's just like, okay, I need to take over because I'm the best man for the job, and this hella gladiator, he's gonna do it for me. Matt, take over.
Okay, well, all right. So I've said this many times on the show. If I go in and I have fun, it was a good movie. If I didn't have fun, it's a bad movie. Unfortunately, this time it wasn't so black and white. As AC said, the trailers kind of spoiled everything. And so we knew that this was going to be Lucius.
But which is
did they
funny
try to make that a
movie.
big reveal in the movie?
Yeah. They tried to make it
like
a
in the
huge
movie, they
reveal.
make it like a big reveal.
Oh, they
like,
definitely gave that away way before the movie came out.
Obviously,
Right.
like you didn't know. It's just like, yeah, we know you're Lucius.
Oh,
But they also wanted to make it a big reveal that nobody was surprised about, that Maximus is Lucius's father.
Yeah,
Because we did get the ambiguous notes in the original Gladiator that I'm sorry, everybody that's watching that hasn't seen it. Spoiler alert.
We warned them.
Yeah. Lucius is Maximus's son.
Yeah, Maximus and what's her name? They fooled around.
Yeah, because they explained it in this one. They didn't explain it in the other one, but they did explain it in this one that her husband, Marcus Aurelius's son, was gay. And that fine, whatever.
Well, no, her husband, which we never see in the other one, who died, was gay. Not Commodus. It's not Commodus. Commodus is not bad.
No. Yeah. Yeah, her original husband who died.
Yeah.
Was gay. And so she took lovers. And one of her lovers was Maximus. I mean, I think I can just give you this basic bit.
Even though Commodus was off like very, very like incesty vibes.
Yeah, weird. So weird. You could probably figure out the rest of the movie from there, which was, as AC said, she sent Lucius away. Lucius grew up in Egypt, and when the Romans came to take over Egypt, there was a huge
Mike Young, you little freak. Mike Young, you little freak.
But good for you, man. Whatever. Sorry, that distracted the crap out of me. Anyway, so he was living in Egypt. The Romans came to attack Egypt. Pedro Pascal, which I forget his name in the movie, was the leader of the army, killed Lucius's wife. She's dead now. So sad. And then, as AC had said as well, Lucius becomes a slave. He gets into the gladiator pits. Oh my gosh, he's doing so good. He's doing exactly like Maximus did. Oh man, he's getting everybody on his side, just like Maximus. Oh man, it's Gladiator all over again, but different. And then we find out that Pedro Pascal is stepdad. So now he's got some stepdaddy issues.
Stepdad to who?
To Lucian.
Oh.
Lucian.
Okay.
Daddy to Lucian. And then there's some treason that's going on, and like AC said, there's a couple of inbred twins that one of them has syphilis and the other one is just nuts all around. And Denzel is manipulating these two guys. And they end up...
Pedro is... he's schlepping with Connie Nelson.
Yeah, Pedro is trying to get a resistance movement going and to take over.
And that's the other thing is like Pedro is actually like awesome because he's like trying to rebel against the Empire.
I told Mike in a text message that I wish I got more Pedro. It was unfortunate he was set up to fight who he had recently found out was his Lucian found out that his stepdad was Pedro, and Pedro didn't want to kill Lucian, and so the fight was kind of a draw. And then the crazy emperors just Pascal. He was in the movie for like a whole hot 20 minutes, maybe. Which is why I said I wanted more Pedro Pascal. But, in the end, it was okay to watch, I guess.
Sweet. It sounds like it was just okay to watch the way you're talking about it.
Just stream it. Stream it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was just like really like complicated.
The battle scenes were gorgeous.
The battle scenes are great.
Yeah, the battle scenes were gorgeous.
I hear they filled I've heard they filled the Coliseum with sharks.
They did.
That's pretty dope.
Anyways,
thanks, Mike.
I'll just say this: like spoilers. Plug your ears. Plug your ears. I think the final scene between Denzel and Lucius was fantastic. I think it was a great way to like end that movie, but also like continue it, because I think they're setting up another. I think there might be another Gladiator 3.
Everything's a franchise.
Yeah.
Because he is the emperor now.
Yep.
He is the emperor. He's Caesar now.
Oh,
so,
what's he going to do when Hannibal comes over the Alps?
We'll see.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Gladiator 2. All right. Well, that's a stream it from Matt. AC, theaters or streaming?
Definitely see it in theaters.
Okay.
If you can. I think it's probably a little late now, but you know.
Oh yeah, maybe. Perhaps.
I also saw Wicked.
Oh, Wicked.
That one I didn't see. That's all you, buddy.
Wicked is...
Are you holding space for the lyrics to Defying Gravity? That's a meme.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, that's a meme. Sorry, I'm talking in meme talk.
Stop you and your memes.
Stop that memeing now. I mean it.
Hold yourself.
Hey, maybe he was about to sing to us.
Maybe.
No, I'm just gonna say like Wicked is fantastic.
No, you liked it. You liked it. Okay.
If you don't like musicals, go watch Wicked, because that will turn you into a musical fan, because Wicked is fantastic.
I think it's you into a musical fan? Boy.
I think it is a Best Picture contender.
Okay.
Because it is just like so beautifully shot. The songs are beautiful. They're so well sung. Ariana Grande, Cynthia, yes, and that both of them are just like fantastic. They're incredible, and I think, man, just go watch it. Go watch it. And I think it would be even a good like Christmas movie, because it's about, you know, overcoming trauma, being different. I think it's, especially for like, you know, the climate of now.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Nice.
You know, just like how being different from the rest is okay, and it actually helps you overcome, you know, some of just the traumas of life, you know. And so yes, Wicked.
It's got your recommend?
It's got my recommend. Go watch it.
Excellent.
Nice.
It's wonderful.
Theaters now. Rated PG-13, I'm guessing?
I think so.
Can't even see right. Oh, PG. Rated PG. Nice.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice family movie.
Yes. I highly recommend.
Mike Young asks, is one the Wicked Witch and the other is Glenda? Is that the case? I think so.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Glenda and Alphaba, who is the Wicked Witch, they're best friends. They actually are, like, they grew up together. They're best friends. And you see the other side of what happened in The Wizard of Oz.
And Jeff Goldblum is the wizard?
Yes.
You know, I would watch it just for that.
I want a super cut of all the Jeff Goldblum parts.
Yeah, he's great in it. Who else? Peter Dinklage. He's a goat.
Oh, Nimrod.
Dinklage is in
Oh,
this.
Nimrod.
Nice. Yeah, the toy controversy. Oh,
Somebody's
boy.
been watching the show.
That's right.
So
talk
yeah,
about
no,
that.
it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Excellent. All right, well, there you go.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Wicked's got AC Gamer's recommendation. I think that's probably good for movie news.
Oh, wait, I
What?
have
Oh.
one more.
Oh, sure. Lay it on us.
Hot Frosty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So AC Gamer watched Hot Frosty, huh?
Sure did.
Starring Ted from Schitt's Creek and Lacey Chabert,
Yep,
the Hallmark movie queen.
yep. And
Oh,
here
All right.
is my review.
Okay.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great. I thought it was so funny. It's so corny in like the good corny way. It's so if you have nothing to do during your holiday season, just like, you know, we're just gonna like put on a movie. Hot Frosty, hell yeah. I think Hot Frosty is it's gonna go down as one of like the old holiday classic movies because
Now, wait, give us a
I don't-
rundown of what it's
wait,
about
hang
for those
on.
that don't know. Tell us what is Hot
Yeah.
Frosty about.
so yeah, Lacey Spare, she's a widow. Her husband died from cancer.
Oh, tragic.
Yeah, and so but she also, you know, it's in the it takes place in this,
Hey!
like, huh?
That's the chick from Lost in Space.
Lacey Chabert, yes.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
also the original Meg.
I haven't seen her in a while. I
Well,
had
think
watch
down
more
the dash
Hallmark
on
movies,
her.
bro. She's all over them.
Biggest crush on her.
Mean Girls. Anyways, she owns this restaurant and she's just kind of like floundering, like she doesn't know what to do with her life. And her home is like falling apart because she's a widow. Her husband died from cancer. He was a handyman. He fixed everything.
Oh, no.
And so she's like being all sad and mopey because, you know, her house is falling apart. Her husband just died. And she's just like, why me? And she owns this restaurant. And like all of her friends and like her employees are just like, hey, man, you know, pick yourself back up. You got to get back out there, you know. She goes to like her neighbor who says like, you know, this scarf has like, you know, magic powers or whatever. She gets a scarf
Magic scarf.
and
Great,
she puts
great,
it
continue.
on. She puts it on this, you know, quote unquote Hot Frosty, the snowman that somebody carved out of nowhere. He's like, you look cold, so I'm going to put the scarf on you.
You look cold, snowman.
Later. Anyways, he wakes up because the scarf is magic and he becomes alive. And he's a Hot Frosty because he's like a hot dude. He's so hot. And he's the dude from Schitt's Creek. He's the hot veterinarian. Anyways, he eventually makes his way to her and like, well, I won't say, and you can imagine what happens.
They fall in love.
Of course.
And, and then he finds a way to not melt.
Yes.
Aww.
That's, yeah, traditional snowman story.
But it's really
And like
fun.
the one with Michael Keaton. You remember that one?
No. Snowman?
Jack Frost. Jack Frost.
Oh,
Michael
I
Keaton.
do.
But
And
anyways,
then there was the horror movie Jack Frost.
I will say I recommend it because it's really funny. It actually does have like a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
As far as like, it's very self-aware of what it is. As far as just like, oh yeah, man, I'm the Hot Frosty that came to life.
I can see him playing Snowman come to life very well. It's a great role for him, I think.
Yeah, and like all the women in town are just like, wow, wow. Well, why don't you come over and fix my, you know, plumbing or whatever?
So he's handy. He came out knowing how to fix things and be useful.
Well, I guess his other thing is just like, he's just like watching TV, and whatever he sees on TV, he can do. So like he watches a lot of like home improvement shows, and so he's just like, oh yeah, I can do that, of course.
Oh god, that's ridiculous. All right, well, Hot Frosty, it's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Netflix, available now. Go catch it. Holiday good fun.
Speaking of Netflix,
yeah.
If we're done with movies, I have a Netflix review as well.
Ooh.
Matt, sit up, speak up. You're like fading into the background again.
Oh, it's all about
it. There you go.
All right, everybody. Good morning. Hi. I have this.
What did you watch? Netflix. Oh, you saw the Ted Danson one. What's it called?
Inside Man.
Inside Man. Ted Danson. Tell us about it.
I really hope it's going to have a second season.
Okay.
It is one of the most adorable movies I've ever seen. I think it points a lot to...
It's a movie or a show?
It's a TV show.
Okay, gotcha.
We originally showed the trailer as a movie, but it's a TV show.
Yes. And Matt just called it a movie, but he meant TV show.
Yes. Anyway, so as we talked about in the trailer, Ted Danson is a retired professor, engineering professor, that his wife died from troubles with Alzheimer's, and he's having a hard time with it. And so he needs something new. His daughter, who is in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, tells him that...
Yeah, Mary Elizabeth Ellis.
Yes. She tells him he needs to go out and do something, find a hobby, find a job, find something. And he answers a Craigslist ad about needing somebody 70 plus to do something. And I tell you what, like, Ted Danson is so adorable in this show. The things he does is just so heartwarming. There's some sad moments. There's some uplifting moments. It's just one of those shows that, like, at the end of it, oh, that, you know what? Maybe I need to go call my dad.
Oh.
That's, and I did, a couple nights after watching the show.
Show where it's just like, man, this is my dad.
Yeah, it's our future. We get to see our future in the show, and how people respond to that future, and it sounds sad, but in the end, it was heartwarming and beautiful, and they did leave it open to a second season, so I hope they do. Just 10 out of 10. Go watch it. It was so great. I loved it.
I recently listened to Conan's podcast, and he had Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson. And
we've talked about that.
The way that they were talking to each other, Woody Harrelson and Ted Danson, about their talent cheers, was just like, it's so wholesome. Like, they were just like good buddies and good friends, and Ted Danson is just like, man, he's, as far as like Hollywood stars go, like, he just seems like a genuine dude.
Yeah, he seems like a real nice guy.
It's hard to explain. Like, I guess what you think, like, Hollywood corruption would do to you, but Ted Danson, he's like he's just a nice guy. He's just a nice guy, and he's always been a nice guy.
And he's a sweetheart in that show too. So
Yeah.
I recommend it to both of you. If you've got a few hours, check it out. Hopefully it gets a season 2. But yeah, that was a man on the inside, and I loved it.
Nice.
Loved every
Excellent.
minute.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
Oh, and that reminds me, I should talk about Interior China real quick. I watched this one on Hulu. It's starring Jimmy O. Yang, Ronnie Chang, some other great actors. It's about Jimmy O. Yang plays this waiter, but he starts to realize he's kind of the waiter in the Chinese restaurant in the background of a police action drama show, like an NCIS type show.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very meta. Very well made. Taika Waititi directing. It's just such a weird look at like what a side character's life is like. But then through the course of the show, he sort of injects himself in the storyline of what's happening and changes the show around him. So like when the two main detectives from the show up, all the lighting changes and everything gets really busy around them. And it's like they're on the cop show, and then they'll walk out of the scene and it stays with, Jimmy or one of the other characters, and the lighting shifts back to normal, and they're just kind of like trying to figure out why all the crimes are so easy to solve and why it's happening week after week at the same time, always to the same place and the same people and all that. It's really... It was a trip. It was fun to watch. It's a whole season. It's a series. It's on Hulu, and it was quite enjoyable.
Nice. Yeah, I want to watch that. It caught my eye because Chloe Bennett.
Yes, Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Quake, right?
Yes, and I saw her and I was just like, what the hell? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was great in this too.
S.H.I.E.L.D. And I had no idea she's half Chinese.
Yeah.
And she actually...
That was a big part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, didn't they talk about that in there?
Yeah, because it was her and what's his name from Twin Peaks?
Oh, been so long.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's her dad, and then her mom is Chinese in that. But I kind of dove deep, and like Chloe Bennett, she was actually like a pop star in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
She has like a couple like pop songs in China because I have no
That's
idea
wild.
why. Yeah, like if you look her up, I forget where her like stage name was, but like, yeah, in China she has like some hip hop songs that she was doing, and then I guess eventually she came to America to like do Hollywood, whatnot. But yeah, no, it's crazy. So yeah, she's like half Chinese, and that's crazy. And I think that's fitting because this works for her.
Yeah, it was a fun one, really fun one, really meta, really weird, a good thinky type of show that gets you thinking, makes you wonder what's going on. A nice mystery to it as they're trying to solve. He's trying to figure out what happened to his brother, like disappeared 12 years ago, and he had been working with the police, so that's why he gets involved with the police. Jimmy Yang here, the main character, gets involved with the cops, and it's good. Nice. A couple of good action scenes, some good kung fu scenes for fun. Plus Ronnie Chang, yeah, Mike Young said it. He likes him on Comedy Central. He's great on The Daily Show. He was also in Megan as the jerk boss, but he's been really good in this. Really good in this. Really enjoyable.
Nice.
Quite a show. Quite a show. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It gets my recommend.
Netflix.
What's that?
Where's it streaming?
This is on Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all episodes available. They dropped them all at once. So the whole thing is out if you want to binge it. I think it was 8 episodes. And well worth the trip. Well worth the trip. Interior Chinatown. Hulu Now. There you go. I watched that one.
So many shows to watch.
Hey. Yeah. I've got just one more quick one.
Okay.
Finished Arcane.
Oh.
Yeah. How did that wrap up?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
If y'all have not seen Arcane in the chat, just go watch it. It's so great. It's the art style and the animation is incredible. It also, like the story, they wrapped it up like really, really nice, where it's just dealing with, I keep saying this, but how to deal with trauma and how to, move on from just like really nasty things that have happened in your past, and rising above it and trying to find your found family, and how to just rise above some of the crap that definitely just is only there to push you down. I think it's a beautiful story. It's well animated. It's incredibly animated. It's like one of my, gosh, it's my top 5, guys. I think it's incredible. It's really great, and I think everyone should watch it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, it's been getting great reviews. Huge budget apparently, because it was all hand animated, right?
Yes.
Massive, like the most expensive anime ever made.
Yep.
So excellent. And that's all available now, all episodes?
Yep, all on Netflix.
Sweet. Awesome stuff. Should we get into the meaty one? The Skeleton Crew?
Yeah.
I need a moment. You can give us a catch up. What is the can we get to see the trailer?
Oh, you want to see the trailer?
Yeah, I just need one quick moment, and I'll be right back. I promise.
Gotcha. Yeah, we can show the trailer. But the Skeleton Crew, this is it's kids in Star Wars. Kids in Star Wars, a fun Star Warsy adventure.
Goonies in Star Wars, as they say.
Yeah, very Goonies-esque. It's definitely getting all the Goonies comparisons for this run, but it's feeling fresh. The first 2 episodes are out. We had an episode 1 and 2 season premiere. They're available now on Disney Plus. They came out yesterday, Monday, and then they're going to be coming out Tuesdays through the 10 episodes, is it, or 8? Oh shoot, I forget. Either 10 or 8 episodes. They'll be coming out Tuesdays. But this is a lot of fun so far. We're following this group of kids that come out of a suburb in Star Wars, which we haven't really seen much of ever before. And I thought that was really kind of weird to see suburbs in Star Wars. Like, they're just in a regular looking neighborhood on this planet, and it's just seems so normal, like so extra normal. They start the show out with like, hey, the Empire's gone. The New Republic is, here in charge. But I feel, and I'll wait till that comes back, I feel like things are not kosher on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Definitely up with this planet. Yeah, but it starts out seemingly fairly normal. Like, this kid's just going to school, just hanging out. He's not doing so well. His dad's real busy at work. But then before you know it, what? They find an old spaceship. They find an old spaceship buried on their planet. They get inside of it. Him and his friends. These 2 on screen, and then the 2 girls that are zipping around like rebels on their speeder bike all over town.
The cool kids.
Yeah.
But that's not even how it starts. The show starts off with like this big pirate heist.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
With not Jude Law. Definitely not Jude Law.
And that scene was excellent. That scene where they're latching onto the other ship and jumping across. Oh, Matt's back. Hello, Matt. Yeah, when they jumped across, they shot their platforms over to that other ship. It was so
We're talking about the very beginning heist where it's not Jude Law.
Right.
No, wait, that was him in the helmet, wasn't it? Darth Star-Lord?
It was clearly him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh.
Okay.
It was definitely Jude Law.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So he's in this. But we don't really see him. We see him in this beginning heist in the first episode, then not anymore. Then that first episode's all about the kids. All about these wacky youngsters. Yes.
Did it not have Goonie vibes to anybody
big time
else?
Goonie vibes.
Totally Goonie vibes.
Yeah, it had so much Goonie vibes.
They're definitely pulling influence from all these 80s child adventure movies, Escape the Suburb movies, where the kids, the group of plucky youngsters makes it out of their neighborhood on some grand adventure. It's got all those Amblin Entertainment vibes.
All the stuff.
I kept mentioning to the wife that it was just so suburbia. Like, and I'd never seen suburbia in Star Wars before.
Yeah, it was weird. That's what I was saying too. It's weird to see a suburb in Star Wars land, but it looked really nice.
And we were talking about that
kept.
earlier, and maybe this might come up in the show, but just like this planet or wherever they're from, it seems a little too perfect.
Yeah.
Like
that dad's supervisor seemed like a real scary guy.
It's simply like a manufactured, because they keep on talking just like, oh yeah, the Empire's gone, this is the New Republic. It seems like, you know, I don't know, almost like an experiment.
Well, they're dealing in Old Republic credits. Oh, I'm sorry, that's episode 2.
What's up with that?
We haven't gotten there.
Go ahead. We're talking about both episodes.
They're dealing in Old Republic credits. So, like, has this planet just been off the grid for that long?
Yeah, they're stuck under some barrier that they apparently never crossed through. They can't even see the stars out of that thing. They were blown away by the stars when they got out into space at first.
Almost, yeah.
That's a sense of wonder, man, which was fun. Very fun.
Yeah, I mean, and that kid there, he's so adorable.
Yeah, what's his name?
Wim. Wim. Their friendship is so, isn't he? Yeah, their friendship is so cute. And Wim thinking that he found a Jedi temple was adorable.
Yeah, this kid's all obsessed with the Jedi legends, thinking they're real, or convinced that they're real. He's got that storybook too, which sort of seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be allowed on this planet. That's so secretive.
You remember the click and clack, like
viewfinder?
The viewfinder.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, he was flipping through the slides on that thing. It was cool.
Yeah.
Cool tablet, kid. So yeah, they find that ship. They make their way in. They get out into space, off on a grand adventure. They don't know how to get back home because they don't know how to fly a spaceship. And then they wake up this android on the Earth, robot, cyborg. What are they called in Star Wars? I forget.
Droid.
They got their droid. Yeah, droid.
Droid.
There it is. Oh, there's no pictures of the droid in this trailer, but they wake up the droid on the ship. He takes them to the pirate hub planet, which is just full of all kinds of characters.
The droid is like, yay.
Yeah.
I'm a pirate and you're pirates.
He's got one eye missing instead of an eye patch. Is just one glowing eye, which was a nice touch. Yeah,
and also like a little girl, she takes control because she's just like, yeah, I'm the captain.
Yeah.
She's like, he says like, I killed the captain.
Yeah.
And the droid just takes it to heart. He's like, oh yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
I mean, he's got nothing else, but he's just like, okay, you're the captain now. So where are we going, Captain?
Yeah.
I wanted to be so mad at that point when they got to the pirate port, and I was like, oh, this is. Well, I wanted to because I was like, well, this is Pirates of the Caribbean, and they just pulled into Singapore.
Big Pirates of the Caribbean influences all over this show too. Definitely.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh man, but I couldn't. Like, it was just like Star Wars characters in a pirate town.
Yeah.
And
fun pirate adventure.
Yeah, they were on a pirate adventure. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the taxi driver that took them from the ship once they get to the pirate town to the town and then
that
back
little puppet
again.
guy.
Yeah, he was from the Great Ewok Adventure.
Oh boy.
You guys remember that? It was like 1986, 87, the Ewok Adventure. That's what his race is.
That was a guy that was for something because I recognized him.
There was also that spiky-faced alien from Mandalorian showed up in this, or an alien like it. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
He was
what's
one
his
of the
name?
pirates, though.
Kane, because like in like season 3, he was just like the dude that was like chasing Mandalorian and like just like I'm gonna get you, Mandalorian.
Yeah, yeah.
And he blew up his whole pirate ship, but yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
I think I saw that he was going to be back. Because that was supposed to be important or whatever.
And that puts it pretty firmly in the Mandalorian era, right? Is he the same character? Is it the same character?
I'm pretty sure because this is supposed to tie into the era of the Empire, timeline.
Right. They did say like in the very beginning in the opening sequences that it was right after the fall of the Empire and the New Republic was taking over.
Yeah, because I know Dave Filoni wants to like tie all this stuff together because I mean,
and this is part of the Filoni-verse, right? It's from him and the makers of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, so eventually it's going to tie into.
It's Favreau and Filoni. Favreau and Filoni are taking over Star Wars.
For Filoni.
The Favroni-verse?
The Favroni, yeah, the Favroni-verse.
I mean, eventually it's supposed to tie into Heir of the Empire. Hopefully.
It better.
Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know.
Well, we saw that in Ahsoka.
Yeah, because Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and this is supposed to all tie into, like, taking down Thrawn.
And I've already seen TikToks where people say that they saw this ship from the show in the final battle in Rise of Skywalker.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't been able to, everybody said that they found the Razor Crest and they found...
Yeah, I've seen that. The Razor Crest is in Rise of Skywalker. Which doesn't make sense because the Razor Crest blew up, but there's no Razor Crest in there.
So there's the Razor Crest and then the Mantis. Everybody says that they saw the Mantis in Rise of Skywalker, which would be amazing because we all love tying in TV and video games. Cal Kestis.
Oh.
I love Cal Kestis. He's one of my favorite Jedi.
Is the Mantis in Rise of Skywalker?
I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. I don't think it is.
Because the Razor Crest is in Rise of Skywalker. Makes no sense.
I did see the Razor Crest, yes.
That movie makes no sense whatsoever anyways, so.
Right.
Anywho,
and that brings us about to news we don't actually have articles.
What about wait, we're not done talking about Skeleton Crew.
No.
Forgot about Jaleel White.
Right.
Oops, sorry.
Urkel.
Wrong tab. Urkel's in this show. We got to talk about Jaleel White being in the show, man, because I had heard he was going to be in the show, but I thought it was going to be as a voice cast. I thought he was voice cast. So when he showed up full-fledged in the flesh with all this stuff on his face, color me shocked. What a pleasant surprise that was for me. I love it. I can't wait to see. I hope he gets at least one episode where he's doing a whole bunch of stuff,
The original Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's right.
There he is.
Oh, that's right. He was the original Sonic. Oh, man.
Chili dogs.
Back to my childhood.
He loves them, those gosh dang chili dogs.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
So
anyway, I just wanted to make sure we mentioned Urkel.
I got to meet him once.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
During the 1990 All-Star Games in Utah. Oh, wait, no. Now I know where.
Just tell the story.
Okay. During I think it was 1998, All-Star games, NBA All-Star game, Jaleel White was in a slam dunk contest.
Oh, wow.
At the Salt Palace, because we didn't have the Delta Center back then. And so I went and saw Jaleel White do the slam dunk contest. And he dunked. He dunked. That dude can jump.
All right.
He was a nerd and what was it?
He's an actor, actually. He was just playing a nerd when he was.
Well, I know, but
Steve
I
Urkel.
was
That
looking
just
for
an
the
act.
show. Right.
I'll correct you on a few things there, but Matt, continue your story.
Well, that was it.
Oh, I was going to say 98.
I don't remember what year it was. I was a kid. It was a long time ago.
Okay. Because I was going to say 98. The Delta Center was there.
Well.
Anywho, it's you did a slam dunk contest with Jaleel White. That's fun.
Oh no, I wasn't there doing the slam dunk contest with him. I was watching him do the slam dunk contest.
And that's how Matt dunked on Urkel.
I
but my
dunked
version
on
was
Urkel.
better. Don't you agree? My better.
Oh yeah, your version is way better. How I dunked on Urkel. Yeah, that's how we're gonna play it from now on. I dunked on Urkel.
Absolutely.
No, he was playing in the slam dunk contest, and I was just sitting up in the rafters watching.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you just like slammed a nasty dunk right on him.
And then you turned to him and you went, "Did I do that?"
And then he was just like, "Who is this kid? Who's this kid? I got to meet this kid." That's what happened.
And you guys are still friends to this day.
You guys are my PR. You guys are my PR team from now on, because that never happened. But I love that. Make it happen.
It's on the internet now.
Right,
everybody's going to think it's true.
Yep.
Incredibly true story about how you dunked on Sonic the Hedgehog
as a child. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
And that's Skeleton Crew, episodes 1 and 2. Anything else to say about that show before we wrap?
I am
segment?
I am very much excited for next week's episode.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a fun show to follow along with, for sure.
We should probably take this moment to let everybody know. We've been bouncing around on the days that we do Jolt. We're just trying to get everything as fresh as we can, so that when you guys watch us live, like you are doing, which we love, and continue to please watch us live. We want to make everything as fresh as we can be. So we're going to switch to Wednesdays next week, so that we can give you the fresh new Skeleton Crew. We might hop around in the future to just cover the shows, but yeah, next week's going to be a Wednesday, so that we can cover the new episode of Skeleton Crew.
Totally.
Sure. Yeah. And and that's that definitely works for my schedule. I've got a day job, so sometimes my schedule can be wacky. Yeah. But I still like doing this, so yeah, Wednesdays are good. That way we get the reaction for Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
We want to give the best of the best.
Skeleton Crew is over, we might switch to another day, depending on what shows we get into. It's just fun to do the talk about the episode stuff right after they come, as soon as possible after they come out.
Sure, it just depends on the show that all three of us captures us. I know that later on this month, Marvel What If.
Yes.
Yes.
So that'll be another one that we can.
Also, Secret Level.
We should have a couple episodes of Secret Level we can talk about next episode as well.
Yep. Because they got God of War, which is, oh man, that's going to be so good. I'm excited.
So, they do things called watch parties. and maybe we get some people. If you like, subscribe, and donate, maybe you come and watch a watch party with us. I don't know. Maybe that might be a thing.
Fly on out to us.
Who are you
Or
asking?
are you offering plane tickets to our viewers?
No, you can virtually you can virtually watch party.
It's too bad. Prime did watch parties through Twitch, but now you have to be ad-free to do the watch parties at all. And everybody who participates has to be Prime ad-free, so it's kind of restrictive that way. But I did want to... I never did try one of those on Twitch, but I was going to. That would be a fun way to do watch parties, though, with an audience.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
I'm down.
And we just all watch with our audience and watch some episodes, because that would be a great series to watch.
Which one?
As a watch party, at Secret Level.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that this week. Definitely.
Yeah.
TV series. Oh, one other thing about TV was Millhouse is retiring. Talk about that.
Oh,
the voice actor
Nimrod.
of Millhouse on her way out. Pamela Hayden.
Pamela Hayden. Yep.
Gotta retire. So,
Which makes me question when are all the other Simpsons, cast members going to be like,
oh boy,
I think we're done. I think we should.
They should have been done years ago.
The next decade or so, we're going to see a lot of them, I think. Over the next 10 years, they're going to just start retiring one by one.
Because I know there was that one guy, what's his name? I'll look him up, but he played the voice of Flanders.
Oh.
And, Principal Skinner. And he said that he wanted to retire.
And Homer. He plays Homer as well.
Oh,
he plays most of the characters on The Simpsons.
Well, not Dan Castellaneta. Dan Castellaneta is Homer. I'm talking about Harry Shearer.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got it mixed up. Yeah. He plays a lot of the characters. Dan Castellaneta is Homer. He also plays a bunch of the other characters. But anyways, since Pamela, Hayden is just like, yeah, I'm done. I need to retire.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, how far along, like, the other cast members, because they've been going, like, for how long? How many years?
30, almost 40?
Yeah, I could go ask my youngest, and he would tell you. I think we're closing in on season 40. He's obsessed with The Simpsons. My youngest is obsessed. He dressed up as Homer Simpson this year for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was a very cute costume that my wife made for him.
Well, that's fun.
I'll have to send you some pictures in our group text.
And that's fun that the Simpsons are still, like, have such a big pop culture impact.
Right, he's only 12.
I was thinking this, like, who ever heard The Simpsons? But anyways, yeah, I'm thinking because she retired, she's retiring. I think the other cast members are just like, we got to end it soon, hopefully.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing more about it soon, but because they may just replace them and keep the show going, though.
Because I did listen to an episode, like recently, and Marge, I forget her name, who does her voice actress. It's bad. It sounds really bad.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, they've been doing this, like, the first episode of The Simpsons
she literally sounds just like, help me, how you doing? Help me, Homer. It's just like the raspiest, scratchiest down. And it's like, I know that's like what her character is, but it sounds really, really bad, coming out of all these years. Doesn't sound great.
Okay, so Wikipedia says
Carpenter.
Wikipedia says that she's been doing this since '89.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time to do a
35 years.
voice. Yeah, like
That's wild.
yeah. Poor gal, she's earned it. Like all of them have earned it. I mean, I'm sure Millhouse came in a little bit later, but yeah, no, I think The Simpsons should have been. I think The Simpsons should have been canceled a long time ago. Just like I think that South Park should be canceled. Just because you don't want something to overstay its welcome. You know? Like Cheers, we love Cheers because Cheers was only on for a certain amount of time. Frasier, we loved it because it was only on for a certain amount of time. Yes, it came back later, and yes, I've been watching it, and it's been doing great, in my opinion. But some shows just should die off. Like, just cut them out. And Simpsons and South Park are two. I think both of them. They're still funny, yeah. And they're still genius, but just let them die.
Okay.
Yeah. Somber.
Really?
Sorry, I'm ending it on a downer.
Should we wrap up there?
Kill the Simpsons.
No, well, I'm not saying kill the Simpsons.
Oh, we had a little bit of music news this week. Ralph Macchio's in a Coldplay video called The Karate Kid.
Oh, I want to see this so much.
I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. This is a thing now.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio in a Coldplay music video. He shows up on stage at the end. It looks like they did some filming where he actually went and goes up on stage and sings with Coldplay.
Okay.
It's so goofy. It's so
goofy. As soon as this is over, I'm gonna go watch this. What the hell?
That's in the Discord. A new Coldplay song. I think it ties in maybe to the movie coming out. Probably.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, is this like canon to like the karate, the Cobra Kai?
No, I think it's just a music video tie-in for the new.
Because I know they're doing the new
Jackie Chan.
They're doing the new Karate Kid movie with both him and Jackie Chan.
Yeah. I think it's for that.
Oh,
cool.
Pretty silly.
Crazy. I gotta catch up on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's the one thing I miss about Netflix right now is I haven't seen Cobra Kai, and I think it's over now, right? It's all wrapped up.
I think so. Well, I watched the first 2 seasons. I need to catch up because they bring back all the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
pretty
impressive the guests they got on that show.
Yeah.
Oh, there was also this 21 Pilots song from the Arcane series. Have you heard it, AC? It's called The Line.
Yes, I have.
It's yeah. That was another one for music. I tried to get some music news going. It's not much, but feel free. What?
Oh, I was going to say that whole album, the Arcane season 2 album.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great. They got
nice.
Who they got in there? They got freaking Linkin Park. They got shit. They got Sting. They got go listen to it. Just go listen to it. It's a good song. Good album.
All right. Yeah. Like it?
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, nice. Font on this website is horrible. Anyway, I just pulled up the track list there on screen.
There you go. Look at all those songs. These are great songs. And they happen throughout the whole series and good music.
There you go. Bling, blang, bloom. Should we wrap her there, gentlemen? Feeling good about it?
Nimrod did have a question.
Oh, what was it?
I would love an answer. Can we stream party watch on Discord?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Oh, okay. Maybe we got to look into that.
Maybe.
We always end on what are you playing, what are you watching?
I was going to say you can, because that would be like streaming copyrighted material, so that probably a big no for Twitch.
Well, we can find out. All right, what are we playing? What are we watching?
AC?
So I've actually been traveling the last few days for Thanksgiving, seeing family and whatnot. So I've actually been using my Switch a lot and playing some Classicos using the Switch's classic game functions, and so on the airplane I was playing Banjo-Kazooie, the original.
Oh, nice.
I never played it before, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to see what the big deal is with this Banjo-Kazooie. And I was playing it, and I was enthralled. It was great. And I intend to, play it all the way through. It was fun.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, yeah, playing Banjo-Kazooie, and then I was also playing, because there's a Game Boy Advance function on there, and so I've been playing Metroid Zero Mission, which I originally played on the Game Boy Advance probably like a decade ago, probably more than a decade ago. Oh my god! Yeah, Metroid Zero Mission, which is the remake of the original Metroid, and playing through that, and that was also fantastic. So yeah, I've just been like diving into classic games.
Fun.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. What about you, fellas?
Matt?
Well, I guess kind of it's parallel. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, other than the shows that we talk about here, because they only take up a few hours. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. I've been playing Star Trek Online, and then Mike and I have been playing V Rising. Like a lot.
Yeah, V Rising's been pretty fun lately. That's the survival vampire game. We finally got into that. Doing a lot of base building and
oh yeah,
victim hunting.
For those of us that watched when we were playing Conan, it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Not so first. Well, we're not. The camera's not like down over the shoulder like it was in Conan. It's more up top, like AC was saying, with Diablo. But it's a great game. And thank you, AC, for turning us on to that, because it's been a great game. I've been having a blast.
It's so funny how like I turn you on to these games like No Man's Sky, and it's just like, yeah, you guys get sucked into them and just like, I'm gonna play something else.
yeah. You get us hooked into a game and then you're off on another thing, and we're like, oh well, I guess we'll just keep playing.
But no, I definitely need to catch up, because I still like playing that game too.
Yeah, get on there and build your castles, man.
I need
we need more castles built.
We've got coffins for you in every castle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. There you have it. Nimrod's been playing Diablo 4. Excellent. Starting Path of Exile 2. Yes. Next week, you're looking forward to that one. That one's looking good. That trailer you posted, Nimrod, looks awesome.
I've got one more game that I've been very, very, very much sucked into.
Oh, yeah?
And it's almost embarrassing how much I'm sucked into it.
And what is it?
The Pokemon trading card game on mobile.
Heck yeah. Some nice quality phone gaming.
My nephew and my family. Oh.
I
got a nice deck built up. Got some good cards in there.
I am just like collecting cards like a madman, and here's the thing. I committed the original sin of mobile games.
You paid money into it?
Yeah.
Oh, AC.
It's so fun though.
Well, set yourself a budget.
I did. And it's like, okay, This is all I'm going to pay.
Good.
But when you pay,
until you want another pack, and another pack, and another.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like when you pay, it unlocks like a whole nother tier of like missions that you can do. So like just keep that like fighting and fighting and ping and it's like
But then if you pay a little more, can you get a little further?
Oh man, guys, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
That's your budget.
I mean, that was the whole original thing with Pokemon trading card game is they knew we were going to spend more money, try to get the badass.
They did to me. Just like,
and this is just digitally. This is just the digital thing.
I don't even
high school.
I don't even own a goddamn thing, but I'm paying money for a fake card.
Yeah. I got you, buddy. I know what you're saying.
And one day they'll just shut the servers down.
Right.
Oh
I paid for a lifetime subscription for both Smite and Star Trek Online. Smite's about to get shut down. The original Smite for Smite 2. And my lifetime subscription does not transfer over to Smite 2.
Really?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That's bull.
I know, I paid $150.
That's crazy.
$150, and it doesn't transfer over.
That's lame. Okay.
I did kind of get my money out of it. I did do a little bit of.
But I'm very surprised that just like your membership doesn't transfer over to the new game.
Never does. Never does.
How would they get your money again if they let it transfer over?
Right. Exactly.
That's lame. And I was even excited for Smite 2. I was excited to check it out, but now that you told me that, I'm just like...
Well, so I can go and I can buy costumes that will transfer over to Smite 2, but none of my characters, none of my lifetime membership, it doesn't transfer over. As far as I've seen, if you guys want to tell me, anybody that follows Smite, if my lifetime membership does carry over, please tell me. I would love to hear it.
Interesting.
Oh, Mike's going to town. Mike's got it. Mike's always
Smite website.
Oh, okay.
Playing website.
Well, yeah, I was excited for Smite because, man, the three of us, we were Smiters.
Oh yeah, we wrecked some shit. I would love to play Smite with you guys again.
I was usually low-key stabbing you in the butt.
Yep. I was always
like
Apollo.
Wukong.
Yeah. Oh man.
I never did play the Ninja Turtles on there. That was probably sweet.
Yeah. Well, they're just skins. Yeah. It was just skins.
Yeah,
but Ninja Turtle skins.
They did a lot of like cool like crossover stuff. Like long after we stopped playing, like Ninja Turtles and Ruby, and there was like
I got Invader Zim.
Invaders, yeah, they had like so many cool costumes.
Briefly, I don't have him permanently. I only got him briefly for like a week. They let me try him out. But he's Cupid, and man, Cupid's my guy. So
makes sense.
Yeah, I would love to play.
Yeah, we'll see if they do the alpha on PlayStation. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah. I'm definitely going to check out the Marvel Rivals.
You can register for the alpha now. It looks like on this website.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, there you go. That's Jolt. That's our 2-week catch-up Jolt. What?
What have you been watching?
Oh, just the stuff we talked about.
Oh, okay.
And Dune. Right. Oh, I watched the other 2 episodes of Dune since the first one, and it's hard to care about that show. So, there's my Dune review.
Oh yeah, that's my review. It's like
sorry, Dune people.
I watched the first episode. I was just like, I don't really.
I'm sure we'll watch every episode.
It's tough to care about a prequel, especially about a prequel where like these people, like I have no idea who they are, and I just like, well, I already know what's going to happen in the future, so why do I care about you people?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit better about your storytelling and why I would want to give a shit about you.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I think that should wrap us.
Night, fellas.
Good work. We'll be back next Wednesday, talk some more Skeleton Crew, and bring you some more gaming and entertainment news. Feel free to join us in the Discord, of course. Links in the description wherever you're watching for the Discord server. You can join us in there, share the news with us, chat along with us in between shows, and all that other good stuff, of course. So thanks for watching wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Gaming Mike's channel, don't forget, Jolt has its own channels now. YouTube and Twitch/Jolt News will get you to us. We're live streaming there in vertical format, so it's easy to watch on the phone. And putting out clips on the Jolt YouTube channel as well. If you missed the live shows, catch the edited clips later on, of course. And thanks for watching and liking those as well, all of you that do so. Appreciate you. Final thoughts, gentlemen?
AC? Oh. We're all just passing it around. Like, first. No, AC, what do you got?
No, you go first.
I love you.
No, you go first.
Oh, okay. I will go first. We're on everything now. Come watch us.
Wonderful. AC?
Love you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
You always have to go before me. I say the last word.
I'm sorry.